Robotic subs have failed again today to shut off or cap an oil well spewing 1,000 barrels of oil a day into the Gulf of Mexico. The well was left open after an oil drilling platform exploded and sank in the Gulf 52 miles off the Louisiana coast last week. BP says it will begin drilling a relief well Thursday, but it will be months before it's finished. If the oil cannot be shut off, more than 4.2 million gallons of crude oil will spew into the Gulf before the relief well is complete. So what's the likelihood that oil could end up on Florida beaches? SNN Local News 6 reporter Mia McCormick spoke with environmental experts today. She joins us now in the newsroom. Mia, what's the latest?
The chances of Florida getting away unscathed from this spill are slim. The oil is drifting towards currents that will carry it to the Gulf Stream. That runs along our coastline down to the Keys. While the oil may not end up on our beaches in Sarasota and Charlotte counties, we've had dozens of phone calls and emails into the station here about a strange smell that could be associated with the explosion. Just because you can't see the effects of the Deepwater Horizon explosion off area beaches doesn't mean they're not there.
I noticed an odor in the air, kind of like exhaust almost is what it smelled like, and I didn't think too much of it, but I kept smelling it throughout the day. Reports of diesel or kerosene smells coming in from up and down the Gulf Coast is keeping air quality experts guessing. One guess is fumes wafting from last week's fiery oil rig explosion. As thousands of gallons of oil leak into the Gulf each day, environmental experts monitor the currents and weather to make an educated guess on where the plume is headed. Beachgoers want to know if it will end up here.
Right now it looks like chances of us seeing anything in terms of that oil slick hit our beach is remarkably small unless this continues for months.
Frank Alcock is the Director of Environmental Sciences at New College. He recently completed a report for the State Senate on the impacts of drilling off the Gulf Coast. He believes this event will largely impact lawmakers considering drilling off Florida's shores.
When they're far offshore, there are certain things that you can try to do to contain the spill and keep it from getting to our coastline. If something like this were to happen within 3 to 10 miles of the shore, there's not a lot that we can do to stop it from hitting the beach.
Dr. Robert Weisberg at USF is tracking the drifting oil plume on his website. While it may miss our local beaches, not all of Florida is in the clear.
Any material that gets entrained into the loop current will then flow very swiftly toward the Florida Straits.
Capping the leak, now sitting on the deep bottom of the continental slope, is top priority. Until the leak is stopped, calculating its environmental effect is difficult.
Depending upon how long this flows for, and we don't know, and how much oil is leaking out, and we really don't know, this could be a monumental disaster.
Florida's coastline is especially sensitive to oil spills because of its mangrove forests, seagrass beds, and coral reefs. While BP drills a relief well, they're also creating an underwater dome that will hopefully contain at least some of this leaking oil. John?
Well, Mia, when was the last time that we had a big spill like this?
Well, it was in 1989, and it was off of the Alaska Prince William Sound. So it's been, several decades now.
Do we expect any impact from this oil well leak this weekend?
Oh, it's very slim that we would see anything this weekend. Over the next coming weeks, depending on the weather, if we were to get some strong storms with some sustained winds that blew that oil this way, there is a chance, if this continues to leak, that we could see a very small impact here. But again, it's highly unlikely.
All right, Mia, a story we're going to follow for a long time. Thank you.